So Shivani's on commentary, and we go to this, what would you call this, like an 8-bit video game menu for Kenny's entrance?
I mean, yeah, it was like a cutscene or whatever you call it.
I think a lot of work went into this.
Oh, yeah.
It featured Kenny with all of his friends, including the Bucks, Riho, and then a magical best friend appeared next to him holding the
G1 trophy.
The G1 trophy, yeah. Yes. So he's holding the trophy, and so all of a sudden the friend like disappears, and this is all with like subtitles as well, explaining that the friend was never there to begin with, and is gone forever.
So okay, first of all, it's apparently a take on an RPG game called Undertale, and this was, I guess, I would assume done by the same people that did his like Wrestle Kingdom an 8-bit entrance as well. And this it kind of told a story where like the evil villain talking in the center of this whole thing was a version of the New Japan Pro Wrestling line mark logo, shouting at Kenny something about how you know we are inseparable. Like you thought these guys were your friends, even Kota Ibushi, who you thought was your best friend, was not really your friend at all. And anyway, I'm not really doing it justice. Go out and seek it. It veiled references, or not so veiled references, to Kota Ibushi and New Japan Pro Wrestling in this.
Did it work for you?
I have no fucking clue what Undertale is, or at least I didn't before this.
As I would imagine, 90% of the audience would probably be in that same boat.
Perhaps, but if you...
But it doesn't even matter so much as like you can understand what the references were without having to know the video game origin of this, of what it was influenced by. But
it was less so about, I think, references to New Japan and Kota Ibushi as it was, I think, Kenny Omega just wanting to do a really cool cosplay type of thing that was speaking to his audience. And if you're part of the 10% that did understand, you're probably freaking the fuck out at seeing, such a niche reference that you would never hear people talking about on TV, on national TV. And I think it's brilliant. I think it's the type of thing that'll draw attention from the key demos that they are very much after. The type of stuff where if you're a fan of this game, you're sending this clip, you're sending this gift to all of your other friends who play this game who might not watch professional wrestling. It's going to pop up on Reddit, or whatever video game Reddit that this Undertale thing is. Pro wrestler dresses up as our favorite character. And it's proof that like a member of their own subculture is doing some really cool shit on a national stage. So I think you have to try new shit to attract a new audience. And I think this was very much on that track.
Yeah, I don't disagree with any of those points, but I think like the Kenny Omega character, it's very confusing right now. Like if you want to tell me that this video was designed to push this story that Kenny Omega has this paranoia that all his friends are going to leave him because he's scarred from his...
It wasn't, John. I think...
Then what was the point?
The point was to make a reference to a video game he really likes, and I don't think it was meant as anything deeper than that.
I don't know if this was necessarily, I don't know.
It was done.
It really didn't hit with me.
I don't think it was done for any type of deeper storyline reason. I think it was done to get people talking, and more importantly, to try to get a new audience that isn't typically watching AEW wrestling to pay attention.
Where I say the Omega character has been confusing is that tonight, like it very much plays into what Omega's been doing for the last month or so on being the elite, but that's not what we've seen on TV from Kenny Omega. Like he's been coming out and he's just been, it's just regular Kenny Omega. And It's not the story of him like having like fucking around and being out of his mind. Like that has not been the televised character of Kenny Omega. This guy's been having these excellent matches with Joey Janela. He was on a bit of a losing streak, but like tonight you did see that divide, but that's not really been the story if you're just watching the TV.
I totally understand. And I actually agree with that. And I think that's where you really kind of see the difference in maybe storytelling between somebody like Cody, who, you can tell very much has a mind for, I think, more traditional long-form storytelling. And I think Kenny does as well, but except, like, he seems a lot more impulsive with just what he thinks might be cool for that particular week, whether it be him trying to, do a heel promo or doing a video game character, or coming out with a broom with barbed wire on it. I can definitely understand the criticism, but I mean, again, look at the reaction though. This crowd goes nuts for him either way. I suppose the bigger question is, how you feel at home.